Alrighty, if I could somehow get everything going here. Let's give you a little bit of a zoom. Okay, everybody. Check, testing 1, 2. Nice and crisp. I like the way that sounds. Alrighty. Welcome to new Airsoft. Let's see if we get some of this lighting out of the way, though. This is driving me crazy. We're using auto fixture. Do that. How's that? That looks actually okay. I can live with that. You live with that? Yeah, you can live with that because you don't tell me what to do. Alright, bear with me, everyone, but welcome to Airsoft Hollywood. That is our name for now. It may be a dozen different things, but whether it's new Airsoft or Airsoft Hollywood or some new name that I created, the concept's the same. We are an Airsoft channel, and if you don't know what Airsoft is, that's what we're all about. Bringing new Airsofters to Airsoft. That's what we are about. What Airsoft is, take Airsoft, okay, and you know the little dart guns that you used to see at dollar stores, okay? So take that. You have Nerf guns, okay, and you have paintball guns, okay? And then long, far away, you have real firearms, okay, and combat military training, okay? And then all the way over here, you have Nerf, and you have paintball, okay? Airsoft's in the middle of Nerf and paintball. And then all the way over there, we have real combat, okay? So those are the things. Those are the things to be thinking about when you see Airsoft. Airsoft is a combatant sport. It is all about fun and safety, okay? Those are the two things that really correlate. That are the main points of Airsoft. They're supposed to be fun and they're supposed to be safe. Those are the two things. And if for some reason they're not safe, if for some reason they're not fun, they're not being done right. That's my opinion on it in a nutshell. And obviously not everybody's going to like Airsoft, okay? I get that. But what we are here to talk about more in depth is Black Friday. And I apparently can't zoom in, so I'm just going to have to look at the small screen. Black Friday, make sure you go to the Epic Deals spot, okay? You don't want to just scroll around and look at what they have on the banners. You only want to go to the Black Friday deals, or Cyber Monday in this case. Okay, so now that we're on it, we're going to go to the very last thing. It's kind of like an SAT kind of way of shopping. Go to the last page, go to the last question, you know? You don't want to spend time looking at what they want you to look at, but rather what you want. So we're gonna bring out this notepad, that way I keep up with what I'm saying and I don't go over too many things the same way. So I'm gonna make up these rules. We're gonna have rule number 1, okay? Rule number 1 is when you're looking through everything, you're pretty much looking for things that stick out. And how do they stick out? They stick out by their percentage off. So Evike nicely has put it to where we're looking at 25% off. So when you look at this shotgun right here, okay, this shotgun is at least 25% off. So yeah, that's why we're looking at that one. Sorry for that bump there. So now that we're looking at it, now we know it reaches rule number 1, which is 25% off, which is very, very, very important because I don't want to spend time looking at things that aren't a actual deal. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit. We're going to look at the details, and as we look at the details, we notice a couple things. Number 1, it's full metal. Number 2, it is not a tri-shot, meaning that it only shoots one BB out of there instead of multiple BBs like an actual shotgun does. So it's kind of like, it's not the most exciting thing, so for me, which is going to bring us to rule number 2, but let's move on from there. So as we move forward, we find our first M4. The first M4 is very important when you're looking for deals because there's so many. When we look at this, it's automatically 25% off. So that's rule number 1. And my rule number 2 is, does it work for you? You know, I left that shotgun behind because it wasn't a tri-shot. It didn't work for me. I know I like tri-shots. I don't want a single shot shotgun. So that's rule number 2. Does it work for you? I want to make sure it's above that or 25% off or better, okay? And then you want to know if it's die-with-fee. And does it work for you? Boom! So what does work for me is this shotgun right here. So SEMA tri-shots are known for. This is what I'm looking for. Now, it's not metal versus the other one, but it is a tri-shot. I'll tell you what, whether it's metal on the outside or polymer, the questions are, is it the internals actually there? Look at this. Look at this new body. This is awesome. Things like this, aesthetics. So the price just went up like a lot, pretty much almost double. For aesthetics. So you tell me. I say paying more for aesthetics, something unique like that, is worth it. I'm always the same. When it comes to prints and aesthetics, I don't mind paying that extra little bit for it. It is what it is. As long as the internals are equal to the equivalent of something good, which the bottom line is SEMA tri-shots are amazing. I have a tri-shot right here that I absolutely love, and this is a polymer base tri-shot, okay, and it works great. So all I gotta say is it's worth it. It's definitely worth $45, okay. So a new body, is it worth twice as much? You just need to understand it's going to be the same gun on the inside. Let's move on from here though. All right, so this amplifier right here that I have highlighted is very important to see this. This is rule number 3. So you really want to look at, I'm not going to go into a lot of add-on items because that's not what we're here for. We're here for the gun part, but this is a perfect example. CW means clockwise versus CCW means counterclockwise. That's just something I know. So I know that clockwise threads are not going to work for a majority of my guns, let alone a majority of any guns. Most of the guns out there are going to be counterclockwise threads, and that's in the real firearm area as well, which means they call it 14 millimeter negative threads. Okay, so you have to understand that. Which brings me to the third rule and kind of like guideline, which is make sure you are reading carefully, because $9 is nothing for that if it means that I'm going to have to buy a $10 adapter. So now it's $20, okay? Because yeah, a $9 amplifier and a $10 adapter brings you to $20, which usually is how much those things actually cost. It's not usually $30. That's not necessarily legit. I don't think that's a real price. But yeah, so that's just the third rule. Make sure you read. And we won't make an acronym for that. Alrighty, now moving on, I'm now seeing an M4 that kind of caught my eye, but then I noticed that it's the same M4 that we already looked at with that new brand that's out there. As far as it goes, does aesthetics give you an edge or not? That to me doesn't give you an edge, it just gives you a look. So I always say go for the work ability of what is there versus the aesthetics. Now if aesthetics adds on looks and it just adds more and it doesn't take away from, aesthetics better not take away, That's just general things to talk about. I know we have been doing nothing but shotguns and M4s, but bear with me. It's what's on sale. And listen, for this shotgun, number one, it's above our 25% off spot, so it's even better than 25% off. Number two, is it Dwifey? Does it work for you? For me, it does. CQB shotgun, tri-shot, it's all good. Love it. And make sure I'm reading. It's the same as the other shotgun, and I already knew I liked that one. Now I look at the price, and it's $90, so it's pretty much twice as much. And so I asked myself that thing that I pretty much said, does aesthetics for metal, does it take away? No, nothing's, it's adding on. Alright, so this is our first pistol to kind of look at. EMG, some people know that I am biased against them, but when it comes to pistols, there's nothing new in the books of like creating. So there's nothing new that they could really mess up on per se. And it reaches my rule. This is my own rule. This isn't one for shopping on Cyber Monday. As long as it's under $200, I feel okay getting really anything once again to give it a shot. So when we click on it, the one thing that you're really looking at here is the bundles. So when we go ahead and look at these bundles here, there's some really good options for you that are there. So if it's not 25% off, why is it not 25% off at least? That's what I have to ask myself. And I'm like, oh, well, it is a unique item. It's something unique, something different. STI is a it's a real brand, so they're doing a replica here, so there is a little bit of a difference, and that's why I will give them that leeway here. here. So I would get this. It is a percentage off, and it is a good, like, you have good bundles here. I mean, there's a $30 mags, I believe. I mean, look at it, it's right there. So $30 mags, and so that's $60 worth of stuff along with that, and usually they're about 180 always. So it is a deal, but it's not a deal breaker. There's better pistols out there, I'm sure. Alright, I know I said I was going to get away from doing the M4s, but this is a good looking setup right here. I mean, look at that price difference. I mean, it's more than $100. It is at $100 difference here. So that's a big jump difference here. So you're at exactly $100 off, and bringing you to, look at that. Now that's even more than $100. That's $110. Now it doesn't look as good. It actually looks pretty cool though. But don't come to something that's on sale just to get the one paint job that is, I said aesthetics, but this is the part that it doesn't add on. It just gives it a different look. I would just be careful with that. Don't do that. But man, that's a pretty amazing look, guys and girls. All right, I said we were going to get away from M4s, and sure enough, we are. Now look at these two different things. We got two different Black Friday deals going on here, two different scars, and there is a big difference, but it's hard to find that difference. The difference is in the gun. Look at the different guns. And this brings us back to that rule. Make sure you read, which is rule 4. Okay, that is so important. That's rule 3. Did I say 4? I don't remember. Rule 3, so make sure you go ahead and read here. And you look at the difference here, and you have a metal upper receiver for the same price. And not only that, look at the review, which brings us, this is the true 4th rule. So I had a little scuffy on the 4th rule. Look at the review on the site. When you have 300, you can't fake over 300 reviews. I mean, that's legit stuff right there. So make sure you look at reviews. That just goes back to, make sure you read, which is 3. So this is just adding on. So we're going to keep looking. All right, so we're coming along, and we find this nice, lovely pistol, which I've had my eyes on for a very long time. I've seen this pistol multiple times. Gas blowback, so nice little features for $92, under $100. You can't beat that. It doesn't matter whether it is green gas or CO2. I mean, under $100 for a reliable pistol. I wonder what the reviews are. Once I scroll back up, let's see. Right here, we're looking at specs. Okay, specs. I mean, there you go, right there. So at least 4 stars. Not tons of people, but a double-digit number. It is WeTech, not the most reliable, but not the worst, and does bring you budget-friendly. And plus, when it's on sale, it meets all of our requirements. It works for me, the wifey. And make sure we're reading. We read it, and it, you look at the reviews, and it's okay. So okay with great other parts of the rules, and it really works out. Now when we look at this is something I've been looking for. Okay, something I know about. And so this Scorpion is very important, and we're gonna actually let me show you something real quick. Okay, so well, we might want to look at something else. That's all I gotta say when it comes to this. Reviews aren't bad. Price is not bad. We're all doing okay. It's something I was looking for, so it works for me. But let's go ahead and look at the other Scorpions that are out there. This is only because I happen to know what I'm looking for. So we're gonna come over and look at the other brand. So yeah, once we find the Scorpions here, and now we look at everything, boom, look at that. There's not the well is not the only one on sale. Now it's the only one that meets our price, percentage difference as I'm looking at it. But there's something more to look at. So you have to decide. Does the fact that this has more reviews, look at that, more reviews, better reviews, has 5 stars, and it's pretty much the same price point. The only thing is you don't get the drum mag, but you get, it looks like a better gun. And actually, when you look at it here, I don't know how they got this, but when you look at it here, it actually says, shouts out to Well, like, we're better than you. I don't know how they got that on there. I don't know how much they paid to get that on there. It's actually really weird to me that they were able to do that. It's pretty much dissing Well, saying this is a better quality than the Well one. Anyway. Alrighty. Now, as for the featherweight, I have the featherweight, and I really enjoy it. It is really a unique price point, and I just happen to know that it's not going to probably go off the price point that it is now. You can't really beat that. $189. I'm sorry, you can't for that quality of a gun. It just is what it is. I don't see it going down any lower than that, other than getting it used. So just know that sometimes, even though these rules are what they are, I'm making them up as I go. Don't give up on foam shooters or dart guns. May they rest in peace. Just kidding. But yeah, so things like the featherweight, when they're new releases, it just is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna move on to another page, different website, GI. Airsoft, I don't really look on there that much, okay, just because the format's different. I'm not used to it, but they really are a cool website to look at as well. So let's just, like I always said, what we were starting with was our epic deals, our Black Friday deals. So let's make sure we stick with that on this page. So when we come back over here, we see our Black Friday deals on their website. Let's go ahead and put in, let's sort this differently because there's so much. Their website's different. I know that I'm going to want to sort it by like reviews. So let's go ahead and get the reviews out of the way. So if we know the reviews are up, that takes care of one of our fourth rule, which is, look at the reviews. So I'm not seeing too much. The fact that they don't do the percentages always scares me. I think they do better prices. Honestly, GI has better prices most of the time, but whether or not it compares, I never could tell because they don't have the percentage markers. But when I look at everything, it's kind of general. There's nothing really sticking out for me, but they do have other options. But a lot of M4s, and the way they have it lined up, pretty much just possible process of elimination real quick. So there is that brand once again. So, but I think they're beating it out. So I just found this ARP9 right here finally. There's not too many great things on the sales. I'm not really impressed. But I did just find this. Let's go ahead and look back at Evike. Now they do have a better price. They automatically beat them out here. So it just pretty much makes me want to just skip GI. I wasn't impressed with their overall setup. Let's go look at Navi Boy, Mr. Navich over here. Let's look at his SSG. Is it on sale? It's $10 less than it has been lately. It's usually like $4.85. Not really a big sale. This is actually kind of weird because I knew his stuff was on sale because I got some stuff, just a ghillie suit and BBs, because I do have his gear. I haven't been too happy with Navich and the way he's been doing things lately. It's been a little bit on the sketch, if you ask me. I hope he doesn't continue doing this. I can't find the Black Friday stuff. He must have sold out, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm getting annoyed with. I don't understand how you could sell out of something that you have in stock. So I can't really find it. So I'm gonna have to just move on from this. But I am looking. But as you see, I was really looking for it. So we're gonna move on. So yeah, we're gonna, now that we didn't see Navich doing any sales, we're gonna come over to the next best thing, which to me gives you a little bit more value across the board on different levels of play, which is Umbrella Armory. But as I started to look on their website, there was nothing there. So I had to just skip on through because they had literally no Black Friday sales. So we come over to Amazon. The only reason we come to Amazon is for one reason and one reason alone, which is just to look. Okay, you never know what Amazon's gonna have, and you really want to make sure you cross-reference it with other pages because you never know. You really don't. But I think that's everything for this video, though, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. So just remember your 3 rules when you're looking over everything. And there's one important little thing I want to tell you before you leave. But other than, just remember, it needs to beat 25%. If not, it's not really a deal. Other than that, you have your Dwifey, which is, does it work for you? That's what you need to ask yourself. Make sure you read. That's the next thing that's important. And then just go ahead and remember to look at the reviews on the page. If the reviews aren't good on the page, there's a good chance it's not going to be good anywhere else. But just do your research just a little bit. And then always remember about aesthetics. If you're going to pay extra for aesthetics, it better add on. And hopefully it doesn't take away. Hopefully you understand that. And then one thing I want to leave you with, and this is important. Always remember that there's always going to be another deal. There's always going to be another sale. There's nothing to be pressured into doing, okay? And another thing to think about is also this very important thing, which is if all these things were on sale and the things that had the highest quality, which was Umbrella Army, wasn't, do you really want to get the things that are on sale? That's all I'm going to leave you with, everybody. Thank you so much, and to go ahead and subscribe and leave a like. I really appreciate it, and I really could use the help. And best to you on the shopping, and I hope you find something good. And please support me in my endeavors and subscribe and leave a like. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.